Here's the number one mistake I see new landlords make. I actually learned this lesson back in 2019 when I was living in New York City as a tenant, because it helps to think like how a tenant's gonna think when you're renting out properties. But at this time, I was paying rent on time. I never complained about anything, never had a party, never needed anything fixed up except my light went out one time. And at the end of the year, I got an email from my landlord trying to raise my rent $250, which was a 15% increase. That was a large increase at the time. I was furious because I felt like I did everything right, and then somehow they punished me, and I felt like I was getting nothing new but paying a lot more. So the rent increase actually made me want to leave. As an owner, you need to think how your actions affect your tenants. The biggest cost by far is just not having your property rented out. And you don't need to give your tenant another reason to move by dramatically increasing the rent. If they're paying on time, show that you need to increase the rent because your costs have increased. Like, for example, your taxes and insurance have gone up. So I'm only gonna raise it by this much, or raise it by a flat fee, like $50 a month to keep up with inflation. The only time you should raise rents more is if you are giving something for that increase in rent. So let's say the tenant wants the kitchen to be redone. You negotiate with them, hey, if I'm gonna spend $15,000 on a new kitchen, I'm expecting rents to increase by $300. If you're gonna go that route, you need to get a deeper look at what properties are renting for around to see if yours can even rent for that much. You can do this using Avail's rent analysis report. It's 20 bucks and it can make you way more per month if you figure out which properties are actually renting for what price. Check out my profile for a link to it.